What is up there, SEO pros? Today I'm actually going to be doing a pretty unique way of doing uh, the question answering that I do. I'm not going to just be answering the questions off of YouTube, but I also found a way that you can actually get a lot of content to answer off of other sites like Quora or Reddit. Specifically, we're going to be using Quora today, and it's pretty cool. You can actually find relevant questions that people are asking, give them video responses, and most people don't do this, or at least I haven't seen this, and I actually was looking up if it was against the rules on Quora to do this, and it's not. So this is definitely something that you should check out if you haven't already, for whatever niche, even if you're doing SEO. That's cool too. I'm going to move this out of the way so we can see. I'm going to test the audio really quick before we get started. This is definitely something. All right, it's good. So the first thing that we want to look at is our YouTube comments. And then we're going to do a bunch of questions or answers for questions on Quora. And we're just going to see what we get. And then what I'm going to do is afterwards, I'm going to take the video with the copy at certain time when I'm answering the questions. And I'll actually make sure to leave a notepad so I can remember when these questions are. Actually, I don't even have to do that. I can just go through it. It's fine. But I will create a copy code or a copy of the URL at that certain time, and then plug it into the answer on Quora, and I'll see how many actual views I get off of that, because I'm sure you can probably get a good amount. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go and see our comments. So we'll go to my channel. We'll go to subscribers. That works. And then we'll go to comments. Okay, so a lot of people have actually been responding to the giveaway, the new giveaway that I'm doing. So a lot of people want to enter, which is awesome. Like I said, I'll probably do the the giveaway at the end of the month, and that's when I'll say who the winner is. And all you have to do, if you haven't heard about this already from the other video, just say you want to enter. Basically, I'm giving away a SEO mentorship where I'm going to be mentoring somebody for a couple hours a week, helping them learn SEO for free. So all you have to do is just go to the video that is on the giveaway, and I'll give you the prize at the end of the month if you enter. I'm just going to be pulling at random. All right, so we got, hey, I want to enter. Cool. Monhouse says congrats on the 1,000 subs. Right on. Isolated just said in the comments, did I win? The giveaway hasn't happened yet, so like I said, it will be I'll be doing the giveaway at the end of the month. Video Base says, hey Chase, I'd love to enter. I feel with you on my side. I could grow my business a lot. If selected, I'd be happy to produce and edit the videos alongside you. We can create a great resource for viewers. That is awesome. Video Base just said yes, he won. Prod Charles says, hey, I want to enter. I would honestly create the highest quality blog that I could and link back to yours if you accept me for this opportunity. I don't know what I could offer back for such generosity. I'm so addicted to this craft and would be serious and dedicated student. That's awesome. I mean, I like all the enthusiasm you guys have. I might have it where it's just like we just vote from the community who we think should win. I might redo it or at least reconsider that later, but I did not expect to get this many responses, so that's pretty cool. So all these other guys, Keith Taylor says, hey, I want to enter. David says, hey, Mr. Chase, I want to enter. And then Ronaldo said, good work on the how to rank videos on YouTube video. Thank you, Ronaldo. So this isn't really me answering questions yet. I don't know if we have too many questions off of YouTube as of like the last day or so, because I just did another one, I think yesterday. So yeah, on this video, Chris says their algorithms are based on factors for most people, and this site would deem to likely have high CTR. So basically what he's talking about is, if you guys haven't seen the other video, I did a video on Google not taking out a search result which was like from a white supremacy website because which was, it was just a really bad search result, and they refused to take it out. So so I did a video on it, and then this guy's saying why it's actually ranking there. If you want to check it out, just go to the video on my profile. It's basically labeled "Google refuses to take off top search result." So we're just going to go head over to Quora, and I'll show you guys how to do this. So you just do like site:/Quora.com, and then you do in your quotes whatever keywords you're going for. So if you want to see search results from like people asking questions about SEO, you would put in quotes SEO. If you want to see people talking about like Snapchat or whatever your category is, you would just put it in there. And then you can start finding questions based off the last 24 hours or however long, showing anything related to those keywords. Isolated CBD just said, do you have a template for cold emailing local businesses for client SEO? No, I don't. I don't really cold email. I think that's like, for me, I would rather cold call, just because so many people get cold outreach for emails for SEO that I just really want to at least stand out a little bit by at least calling. So so I don't have that one. Sorry about that. Isolated. Okay, so you'll see right here, right now we're just getting all the results off of Quora for SEO. What we want to do is we want to go to Tools, Anytime, and then just go to the past 24 hours, or we can even do the past hour. Let's see if we get a lot for that. Nothing. So we'll instead go to the past 24 hours. And now we'll start seeing all the different questions around SEO. So what we actually want to do is sort by date instead of relevance. And I actually started answering some of these already, so we might see some of my answers already, but I didn't do it like via video answers, so this is going to be kind of a cool way to do this. So question, let's go to it. Let's check it out. All right, what are some other alternatives to grow user traffic on a website besides SumoMe? And I actually did answer this. I said, try out the skyscraper technique. And you'll see, looks like, I think I already got an upvote on that. And a couple of views, so that's cool. And you also get that in video embed in Quora, which is really cool. So what you could actually do too is a half video response. Say, hey, I responded to the to your question here, but also I recommend this you know, other video within that video response. So that's another way you can get more traffic to your other previously made videos, or whatever articles if you're promoting articles as well. So yeah, so we're not going to answer that one because we already did it with the other video. Let's check out this one. Where can I find a website where I can pay people to send traffic from social media for my website? Where I can pay people to send traffic. Probably Fiverr. Yeah, see, they they said Fiverr. So what we can actually do is leave this open like this, and then we'll just go to the next one. So we'll right click, open, go to the next one. And the way we can keep track of this, I think, is just to leave them one by one like this, and then that way we can see which one we did first, which one we did second, and so on and so on. Okay, are traditional systems of education losing relevance worldwide? I don't know what this has to do with SEO, but definitely this is something I talk about a lot, which is really funny that this came up. It definitely seems like technology is becoming more relevant, or at least is outdating like how we use education. Like, for instance, the fact that people don't let us use Google search, or teachers don't let you use Google search in the classroom to answer articles. It's like, when are you not going to have Google to be able to answer these things? I don't know. That's just my personal opinion, but we don't have to continue on that. So I wonder if I should leave that. No, I shouldn't leave that. I won't do that one. Okay, how to set up a short domain that redirects to my blog. So that would just be a 301. How can I set up a short domain that the question is, why would they want to do this? Since I deal mainly with GoDaddy, here are their tips: to forward or mask your domain name, log into your account manager, next to domains, click manage, forward. So that's just, I mean, it's just basically do a 301. So we need better questions than this. I'm sorry, we're getting the bad questions. Let's see. What is semantic SEO? There we go. This is a good question. But I think I answered it. I think I answered it already. Nope, I didn't. Cool. Okay, so semantic SEO is basically finding semantic variations of your keywords and including them throughout your article or blog post or whatever you're trying to SEO for your content. And a great way to find semantic phrases is to use something like LSI Graph. So if you go to LSI Graph, you'll see you type in something like SEO, and it'll find you the different variations of SEO that people are searching for. And not just variations, the different latent semantic indexing keywords for SEO. So when people are looking for SEO, they're also normally looking for other things related to this, like website optimization techniques, web page optimization, getting website on search engines, that sort of thing. So you usually only want like 2 to 3 semantic variations per 1,000 keywords. After you do like more than that, it's kind of like you're just kind of like spamming. I mean, unless it naturally occurs, but like like if you're doing it on purpose for like your headlines or whatever you're doing, I would try to do like 2 to 3 different semantic variations in your articles. So I will leave that there. I don't know where I answered that at. It was like 10:57. We'll just put a 10 there so we can remember. Okay. I don't know how this is going to work. This might go well. This might go not well. Isolated CBD says, I saw this homeless guy talking to himself. I was like, who is he talking to? Then I thought, who am I talking to? What? Okay. So random. All right. How important is it for e-commerce drop shipping stores to have SEO? E-commerce drop shipping stores. So I don't know what an e-commerce drop shipping store. I guess they're just talking about e-commerce stores with products on them, right? Just like e-commerce stores, right? I'm trying to read the other comments. Business e-commerce business fully depends on website and social marketing. So so if it is just regular e-commerce, like I don't know, maybe those are just extra words in there. Definitely very important. I mean, just as important as any other website, I would say. So that's kind of one of those questions where it's like, I feel like the answer is too obvious for me to answer that one. So I'm going to skip that one. What is semantic SEO? So this is another one, so we can use the same, which is great. A lot of people, I guess, are asking questions about semantic SEO. Oh, that's the same one. That's so weird. I wonder why it showed up twice. Google must have not filtered it out. Oh, I think the reason why that showed up twice is because it shows you the one that's been with the answer and then the other one. That's crazy. I don't know how that works. Because I guess it's different meta description. I don't know. That's bizarre. Are they different URLs? Huh. Weird. Same URLs. Okay, next page. Should I use 301 redirect for my new blog structure? Let's check this one out. I'm going to change all the URLs, oldbrand.com/category/article, new brand.com/blog/article. Okay, yeah. Should I create a list of URLs to add a 301 redirect to all blog articles? Will I be harmed for having redirects on all these articles regarding SEO? Yeah, so you probably don't want to change those. You should probably just keep them how they are unless absolutely necessary. So even this guy says your old structure is usually better, assuming you mean you are using the actual category slug. So, I mean, I would not do that, but if you have to, then yeah, you would want to make sure you keep track of all of the old URLs you're using, redirect them to the new ones. God, I feel like a lot of these questions are pretty easy. So I don't know about this Quora technique. I don't know if it's. I mean, we got one good one. We got semantic. I think for the next one, it probably won't be a live stream. It'll probably be edited, so I don't have to answer or look at some of these questions or skip some of these questions that aren't as relevant or more self-explanatory. What is the best e-commerce platform? How to acquire a lot of quality content for a new blog? This is a good one. I would say for this one, it's I would do a lot of getting guest posts. How do I acquire a lot of quality content? Let's see. You can use RSS feeds off other blogs. I would not do that. You can open positions like, yeah, so a lot of it would be like either outsourcing, or if you're just like a one-man team and you don't have like the money or the time or the resources to do this stuff yourself, I would start doing like some sort of automated outreach, like I cover in one of the recent tutorials I just did, where I show how easy it is to start getting guest posts for your sites, and like start doing like a lot of repurposing content, where you take your content from like a YouTube channel or from like a podcast or whatever you're doing, and start repurposing that for your own website. And that way you can start growing your content a lot faster than like writing like one blog post and then just it's sitting there and you only have like one blog post for the day. Even if you did a blog post, you can repurpose that as like content for like a YouTube channel, or however vice versa you want to work it. But that with like getting like expert roundups, or hitting people up on Twitter to contribute to your posts, any sort of something like that is probably going to be the best way you want to do things. I wouldn't try to get into like article spinning. I wouldn't try to get into like any sort of black hat, because it's just not worth it, and people are really looking for quality content. So the best way to get content is to get really high quality content, and either make it yourself, pay somebody to make it for you, or try to get other people to contribute that are already experts or who have an opinion on your subject to contribute to your stuff. So I'm happy with that answer. That one's a good one. So we got another good one. That's at like 15 minutes or something. Okay, we have a question from James Anderson saying, hold on, I just lost that. Where did that go? Saying, I have a site that has significantly dropped in Alexa rank. I am sure it is from broken links and errors in the site. Instead of hunting down all these errors, would you suggest a complete rebuild? Well, I mean, first of all, I try not to measure things by Alexa rank. You're saying that you think it's from broken links and errors in the site, like broken links in the site. I mean, you can find out pretty easily what's going on by using some sort of crawl tool, like try Beam Us Up. And Beam Us Up's like a really easy to use tool. You literally just plug in the site. I can plug it in for you and look at it for you. But I mean, I don't know. Would you want to rebuild an entire site? Would that be worth it to you? In most cases, in my opinion, that's not worth it unless you don't really have anything on the site already and you don't have rankings. But if you do, it really depends on where you're at with the site. David Matthew says, do you know any good SEO courses for us to take? What did you do to get where you are now? I started out just reading like books on SEO. Like I just looked up like SEO books. I don't know if that's what I would do now. I was actually reading this one. I think this is probably a good introduction. Moving forward, I would honestly just start reading like everything from Backlinko, just like everything you can from this guy. And I'll just link to you to his blog. All of his stuff is really, really good and in depth. And he really knows what he's talking about. If you're looking, I can't link apparently in the comments, which is lame. If you're learning to just like learn the basics, like you could learn from like Moz. I mean, just for the basics and to get started, if you were to read these two blogs, and I'm talking about not like the Whiteboard Fridays, I'm talking about like the blog by Moz, which is like the hold on, it's like the Getting Started Guide. I think it's like Beginner's Guide to SEO right here. If you're to read that and then also start reading Backlinko's articles, I think that would be like the best start for you, in my opinion. But other than that, if you're already like kind of good at SEO, you can just skip the Moz guide and start reading like Backlinko stuff. And then I honestly, like I start reading like anything that's like has a lot of social proof on it. So I'll just go to like BuzzSumo and just read like articles around whatever I'm looking for like SEO. And then I, read the things that have a lot of social proof on them. So you can literally just go through these and read, different things that already have like all these shares, and see like, really good information that, most people don't look at because they don't think of this method for some reason. I don't know. So hopefully that was a good answer. Recycled Tube says, is it better to have had and lost better than not having it all? That's like philosophical. Why do Alexa matter? Why do Alexa rankings matter in real life? James Anderson says it is a restaurant site. Something went squirrely somewhere. I mean, it's worth figuring out, man, unless it's like really not worth it to you. Like if the site's not worth it, but Recycled Tube says Brian Dean. Recycled Tube also said Blackout World has some good SEO courses as well. Never heard of them, but as long as you're learning from people who aren't recommending PBNs or black hat techniques, you're going in the right direction. You'll start understanding SEO more and you'll start knowing what you want to learn. There's so much out there that you can learn. The big thing is not to spend too much time trying to learn the same thing, because you really can learn the same thing from so many different people. Because so many different people talk about the same stuff because they're all trying to rank for the same stuff, and a lot of the stuff starts to become very general knowledge. So, okay. Oh, Black Hat World, he said. I wouldn't spend too much time there. I sometimes go there just to check out what's going on in terms of the Black Hat community, but try not to spend too much time there. Okay, let's go back to those. Did I answer it? Did I cancel out of it? Let's go back to site, Quora.com, SEO, boom. And we'll go to settings again, or sorry, tools, anytime, past 24 hours, and go by time again. Cool. All right, what do we have next? Hopefully we get some other good ones. How to start an online ordering business. I wouldn't know too much about that one. Why does organic traffic grow in January of every year? Graph displays weekly traffic. Every year in January, I've seen an unexplained increase in organic traffic. It is confusing. It is literally an overnight increase that starts on the 1st of January. Does Google reevaluate their search engine? No. So this is something you'll see with a lot of businesses too. Like it'll be certain months or even certain days where you'll see complete drop-offs in traffic or complete spikes in traffic. It really depends on your business. Like for instance, if you're selling like Christmas sweaters, you're going to get a lot of traffic in Christmas if you're ranking for that, right? Because people are looking for Christmas sweaters. So it really depends on your industry. Like there's no just one answer. That's why the spike happened. One of the things that I like to do is something called stockpile SEO, where I actually go out and try to rank for things that are going to be in the future so that I do get those big spikes in the future. Like for instance, I created all my SEO guides for 2017 in 2016. So I'd start getting rankings early on and then get traffic in 2017 right when it hit. So, I mean, I don't think it's something to do with like Google's algorithm changing at the first of the year. I don't think that's it at all. So that's my answer for that one. Recycle Tube says it's probably a weight loss niche. That's a good idea. It probably is. Okay, let's see. What is the best e-commerce? I'm not going to do e-commerce because I don't even really do e-commerce anyways. What is the one-step checkout for Magento? I do not know that. Your website optimization, have or not? Why do you need to, let's see, let's check that one out, see if that's a good question. Oh, is this like a post? I've never actually seen these on, oh, that's cool. I didn't know you could have posts on Quora like this. So this is just basically a blog post. Huh. So that would be an interesting way to repurpose content. So I'm not going to read that. Is it a good idea to split up data into multiple pages in order to increase, let's see, in order to increase page views? So it depends on what you're trying to go for, but like if you're trying to, long form content these days is getting a lot more rankings because Google prefers long form content, mainly because it has more to read. People are more likely to link to it. People are more likely to share it. So if you have multiple data points for one page, and you want to split that up into 2 pages, I would consider putting that into 1 page. And honestly, like if you had the chance between 3 500-word articles and 1 1,500-word article, I would go with the 1,500-word article hands down. We even were just talking about this recently in one of our SEO communities. So that's my opinion on it. You can do whatever you want, but that's what I would do. The only benefit I really see in having multiple pages is that you can create like link silos to your different pages, but I still think it's better to have long form content. That was at like 20 something. Okay. David Matthews said, what got you interested in SEO? So I started out in an IT company working on websites, or sorry, working on like computers. And then eventually I started like working on websites because they needed help with the websites. I didn't know anything about it. And like one of the things that they were talking about was like getting it to rank on Google. And I was just like, well, that's interesting. I never really thought about, you know, ranking on Google. I never really thought about SEO because I didn't know how it worked. And so when I started learning about it, I became fascinated in it. And I just started learning like nonstop because that's like all I wanted to do. And eventually that's all I did do. I like locked myself in my room for like months and months and just kept SEOing this site that I was trying to rank for SEO in my city. Eventually I ranked like #1 and I got hired by an SEO company. But yeah, I mean, I just became fascinated with it. It was like my passion. It still is. But I was I was definitely spending like even more time back then than I am now. And I spend a lot of time on it now. All right, let's see. I've just started blogging at blogspot.com. Let's check this one out. I've just started blogging at blogspot.com and getting 100+ views every day. What could my earnings be in 1 month? No idea. No idea. Sorry about that. Who would be the best buyers for media? What is the best? Okay, that's pretty much it. We could go by the last week, but the thing is that a lot of these questions by the last week, I mean, there's already so many answers, and if you're trying to go on Quora, I don't think you want to go for like answers way at the bottom because most people only read the first answer, I think, or the first couple answers. I think you can get upvotes on Quora. I don't really know too much about how it works, but I think that's what I'm going to answer for today. I might even create a follow-up video for this where it's going to be without me doing this live, where I would be doing like answers for something like something related, maybe like, I don't know, Snapchat. That's not related at all. Something like local SEO. So one of the things I also considered was making like individual videos for this so I could rank for these, but I feel like that's going to be way more work. So I don't know. I'm definitely going to be experimenting with different things. I hope some of you guys found some value in these different answers that I gave. And I'll make sure to see you guys later. And thanks for watching all my videos.